Tyranitar is one of my favorite Pokemon, especially because it's a pseudo-legendary. It's been in the game since Gen 2, but it's Rock and Dark, which is not a good typing, honestly, but it makes up for his bad typing with his ability, which is Sandstream, which makes it a Sandstorm, but plus Sandstream with Rock typing gives you an extra 50%. Like, Rock types get an extra 50% in the Sandstorms, but which makes it even better, which makes him more tanky with his 100 attack, or 100 health and 100 special defense. But like, even with the weaknesses, it kind of helps a little bit. 95 special attack, which is decent. 61 speed, which is, he's slow, but he has extremely high stats everywhere else. And 134 attack. Pretty much being a pseudo-legendary means he has 600 against the 600 base stat total. So he has really good stats. But he also had a Mega Evolution, which he didn't get a Gigantamax, which kind of sucks, but his weaknesses are, as you can see, a lot. Fighting, he's a 4 times weakness to fighting, ground, bug, steel, water, grass, and fairy. He can survive. The crazy part is because he's so bulky with the 100 health and 110 defense and 100 special defense plus the Sandstorm, he can survive most of these hits. Like, he can survive most of these hits with a lot of health. Other than fighting, fighting does a lot of damage. Even a lot of fighting moves don't one-shot him. But he's immune to psychic because of dark, and he resists normal, flying, poison, ghost, fire, and dark. And he's neutral to these 4. So it's not, he's a lot of weaknesses. Either he's weak to something or he's resistant / immune to something. But it's a lot of things he has to deal with. But he's so bulky that it doesn't really matter that much. But this is, speaking of his bulk, this is one way to run. This is a Dynamax Tyranitar, which is pretty much, you Dynamax, you get the Sandstorm first turn, you get the Dynamax, so you have all the extra health, plus the extra special defense from the Sandstorm, and plus the weakness policy, so pretty much any special hit you'll survive. And you have so many weaknesses, that weakness policy is perfect for Tyranitar. And you're Dynamax, so pretty much you're like, oh, hit me. They hit you super effective, and you're slow too, so they hit you super effective, you get +2. And then you have Dynamax moves, so you'll just shred them with anything. Iron Tail, well, Earthquake, Stone Edge, Stab. They can't miss too, which is really good because there's no good rock move with 100% accuracy. That is widely known. Superpower and then Iron Tail. Pretty much that's what you want to run in this case. You could run, if you want to run coverage, you could run like Aqua Tail, I think. I wouldn't run, no, Aqua Tail. This is pretty much what you have to run. I wouldn't run Aqua Tail because it gets rid of the Sandstorm. Aqua Tail is not good for the Sandstorm. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You could run fight. We already have fighting move. Yeah, this is it. I wouldn't change this unless you want to run Dragon, but I wouldn't change it. But also, if you could also switch in to get rid of their weather condition. If they take it back, you have Stone Edge, which will create a Sandstorm. So you can always get the Sand back. But that's one way. That's the Dynamax weakness policy, which just does a ton of damage. And he's so bulky. Here's just a tank Tyranitar. He's like, even with this, with this you can either run full just special defensive wall Tyranitar, careful nature, or you can run gentle for better defense. But, oh, well, no, not this. For better defense, you can run the impish nature. And pretty much with the Sandstream and Assault Vest, you'll have a ton of special defense. That's why I put the beneficial nature into defense, because you need the defense. Like, you'll have so much special defense because it'll be about 450 with the Sandstorm plus the assault. It'll be more than 450 because with the Assault Vest and the Sandstorm. But you have a lot of special defense. So you could run the defensive just to get more balanced, and then just 4 offensive moves, crunch. Because the plan is they just hit you. You take the hit and you knock them out. That's the plan. Like, you'll take more hits than they can take, pretty much. You could also, on this one, run Avalanche, because you're getting hit first every turn, pretty much. So Avalanche will have 120 power, do a lot. Dragon Tail, if they try to set up, you could Dragon Tail them and switch them out. You're going to be last anyway, most of the time, because he's slow. Also, Counter's really good, because you have so much health that with Counter, you have 404 health. You have 100 base health. You have a lot of health. Most things don't have that much. So if they hit you for like 40% health, they hit you for half health, that's 200. Counter doubles that to 400. So unless they have 100 health, 100 based health with full investment, you'll one-shot almost everything off that counter. I would say probably Stone Edge, because Stone Edge, well, whatever you want to get rid of. Probably Iron Head, honestly, but you can't do anything to fair. It's just up to you what you want to get rid of for the counter. but I think Counter is the next best option for this. There's also Dragon Dance Tyranitar, which is Tyranitar is just amazing. You can run Dragon Dance, which is pretty much Dragon Dance once. Dragon Dance once, you get hit. You outspeed. You could either attack, you outspeed them, whatever, or you could Dragon Dance again. You have enough health to where you can take 2 Dragon Dances, and then the Citrus Berry procs, just depending on what you hit with, if it's fighting or really strong physical hit, because really you have more special defense because of the sandstorm. But you want to get at least 1 Dragon Dance, and then because of your speed, I say speed investment, just because with the speed investment you outspeed everything that's 116. You speed tie with anything 116 and a speedy nature with a timid or jolly. Over speedy nature, you tie and you outspeed, or you deal speed tie with them, which is really good. But it's up to you. That's why I say if you can get 2 Dragon Dances with his super high attack, he'll pretty much one-shot everything, and plus you have the sandstorm, chipping away sashes and everything, so it doesn't really matter. I wouldn't run Life Orb though, because that's taking away your own health, and it might put you in a situation to where you get 1-shot, or you get 2-shot, and they outspeed you. Also, he's so bulky that if you get 2 Dragon Dances, or you get a Dragon Dance, and then you only get 1 Dragon Dance, and you KO, and they bring something in, you might take a hit, and then Citrus Berry procs. So, you could always take advantage of that. You could also run something like this, where you Dragon Dance, take a hit or 2, and then you get the Salad Berry, so you get the speed. Just depending on what you're against, or a really strong physical hit that doesn't one-shot, you would take a lot of damage. You could get the Dragon Dance Salad Berry, and you get +2 speed, and you'll pretty much outspeed everything. And then just damage. The only thing that sucks about Dragon Dance Tyranitar is the Stone Edge has a chance to miss. Even Rock Slide has a chance to miss. So you could Dragon Dance all you want, get super strong, and then either Rock Slide or Stone Edge misses, and then you just get screwed over. But this is a supportive, like, doubles Tyranitar, which is pretty much max health, max defense. You get the Sandstorm boost, so you don't need to invest as much. And pretty much you're going to Bulldoze, Rock Slide, Bulldoze, and Snarl to coverage your teammate. Snarl lowers their special attack. Actually, Breaking Swipe 2 lowers their attack. Snarl lowers their special attack, and Bulldoze lowers their speed. Especially if you can get something with like Sand Rush or Sand Force. Something that, probably Sand Force more, because Bulldoze will lower their speed. Like Protect with the other one, Bulldoze, and then Sand Force everything out the way. For Sand Team, because he brings his own sand, which is really good. Rock Slide just for damage, dual damage. I think Bulldoze also, well, all of them hit both opponents, but Rock Slide for actual damage. And you just want to run bulk for this. You could also run Brick Break in that, and you could also run Brick Break for screens if you want to be careful of screens. Like, it wouldn't hurt, but like Brick Break, just in case they set up screens and you're like, no, and you Brick Break them down. But he's really good between him or Hip Howdon for the sand. And he's so bulky that it's really good. And if you want to run a special Tyranitar, it would have to be something like this. I would say something like this, health and special attack, modest, with a Citrus Berry. Because Tyranitar gets a lot of coverage when it comes to special. Like, he learns all these moves. Thunderbolt, Surf, Earth Power, Ice Beam, Dark Pulse, and Flamethrower. That's really good coverage. Ancient Power does not do a lot of damage. But it has a 10%. It's not good. It doesn't do enough damage, and Tyranitar doesn't have a high enough special attack for it to matter. If it was a really fast Pokemon with high special attack, then maybe Ancient Power, but I wouldn't really run it. It's Stab though, but Tyranitar, he's a lot of moves. Like, you can run whatever you want. I would run probably this one with Thunderbolt instead of Ancient Power, but you pretty much have to run it like this, otherwise, because the special attack's so low, but you're bulky enough to where you can take 2 or 3 hits and just try to out damage them. But these are some of the other moves he learns. I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't run Life Orb with him because of you're slow and you're bulky, so taking away your health is not a good decision. You could Choice Band him as like a last, just sweep everything, take a hit and just take everything out, or just a Choice Band, I'm bringing him in, KOing something. You could use him as that. It would just be max health, max attack, Adamant. But Curse, Rest, some of the other moves he learns, you could Curse and then Rest, try to Chesto Resto with Curse. You could do that. You could Iron Defense Body Press with the Chesto Resto, but then you get stuck with one move. But then you'd probably run like Dark or Crunch. You could Chesto Resto with Iron Defense Body Pressed. Iron Defense Body Press, Rest, yeah, and Crunch. So you can hit everything with the Crunch Body Press, and then you do a lot of damage because you're so bulky physically. But if they switch in something special, especially if they take away the Sandstorm, Shadow Claw is another move. I wouldn't really run it when you have Crunch unless you want the high crit, But Tyranitar learns a lot of moves that are really good. Dark Pulse, well, I already said that. But the dragon moves, Dragon Pulse, Dragon Claw, if you want the dragon coverage. Facade, if they try to burn you. Like, he also learns Fire Punch. He learns all the Fang and Punch moves, which is really good if you run, like if you're worried about a Ferrothorn or something like that. I wouldn't really recommend Foul Play because your attack's so high that there's very rare cases when theirs is going to do more damage. Also, for Special Tyranitar, you could run Blizzard, Thunder. He learns those moves. He learns Blizzard, Hydro Pump, Thunder. So you can run those moves on a really high power one. And then Dark Pulse or whatever you want in that last spot. He also learns Roar if you don't want to risk Dragon Tail going against a Fairy or just missing. There's always the chance with Rock Blast too that you can run Rock Blast instead of Stone Edge or Rock Slide and just hope it hits more. It hits more than 3 times to make up for it. But that's a risk. Rock Polish if you just want the speed. I would rather get Dragon Dance versus just getting this static speed. He could also be a Stealth Rocker because he's bulky enough to take a hit. I think there are better ones though. I wouldn't use Super... Honestly, in this shows you Dynamaxing, I wouldn't use Super Power or Iron Tail because there's a chance of them missing. Thunder Wave, Toxic, you could use those as just... Could use those if you want to status them, especially in doubles. Especially Thunder Wave in doubles because it slows them down. Dynamax Aerial Ace is not really worth it on Tyranitar in my opinion. I would just Dragon Ace and then Dynamax because he's bulky enough. But that's pretty much... You could attract too on the double set. I thought about it. It's not... You could. I think they're better though. Especially for... I think they're better. But that's pretty much how to use Tyranitar and Pokemon Sword and Shield. So I hope you enjoyed.